In 1925, the infamous imposter and con man, Victor Lustig, would shock the world with what he pulled off. Victor was a notorious con man who started his career in crime in his early teens. He started as a measly pickpocket, but would quickly progress in his severity of crimes. He was well known on transatlantic cruises. He took money from people at the poker table. He moved to the United States in the early 1920s, and there he would conduct a lot of shady real estate deals, making a lot of money, but also becoming a notorious criminal. It wasn't until 1925 that the crime that he committed really is where he made a name for himself. So in 1925, he moved from the United States to Paris after he saw a news headline that he knew he could make his biggest con yet. So with forged government documents in hand, Victor Lustig showed up in Paris, ready to make his con a success. And he would, twice. So at the time in Paris, the Eiffel Tower was deteriorating quickly. It was rusting, it was falling apart, and it was becoming very expensive to maintain. So Victor Lustig seized this opportunity to pretty much pose as a government official and say that Paris just essentially wants to get rid of the Eiffel Tower. And he pulled it off pretty well. So he deceived a handful of metal scrappers, some of the largest metal scrappers in Paris, and he was able to get a meeting with them. And in this meeting, he would go on to tell them that the Paris government, the French government, wants to demolish the Eiffel Tower and that it will be sold to the highest bidder. And unsurprisingly, the bids flooded in. And within a couple weeks, Victor Lustig was paid. And it was a lot of money. Obviously, not having the right to sell the Eiffel Tower, Lustig quickly disappeared after receiving this large check. And while the executives at the metal scrapping company were not very happy, they were too embarrassed to go to authorities. So Lustig would eventually go ahead and return to Paris to see if he can pull it off twice. And he does. For a second time, he sells the Eiffel Tower.